What is professional development? Acquiring knowledge and skills, improving our abilities during our job as we are working in any organization is professional development. Helping ourselves grow professionally, behaving professionally is very, very important for leaders. Professional development helps organizations grow because there is a lot of change that is happening in the world. There is new knowledge added every day, there are new skills, and then the complexities of managing organizations is also a big challenge facing leaders. So as leaders, the day we stop learning, we cease to be relevant to the organizations. Now, who's leader? A leader is not the person who controls or supervises the employees in an organization. A leader is a person who inspires, motivates, and facilitates the development of the employees so that they can work towards a shared common vision. Now, as leaders, especially I would like to talk about the school leaders. I see that the school leaders are working round the clock, doing a lot of firefighting or a tightrope walk. But the school leader is the first person who determines the quality or the fate of the institution, because the institutions are only as good as its leaders. Now, if we as leaders do not come out with our own professional development goals, we will not be able to achieve anything, though we want to learn. If we do not put them in the form of SMART goals, we will not be able to stick on to that. Mostly during the new year, we see everybody come out with number of resolutions that I'm going to do this new year and I'm going to start this particular thing. But what happens is very soon it fades because we would not have documented those things. The goals or the targets that we have for ourselves should always be SMART. What does SMART mean? S stands for specific, M stands for measurable, A stands for achievable, R stands for realistic, T stands for time bound. Only when our plans for ourselves or the goals are SMART, we will be able to achieve them. And it's important that we write down these goals and put it somewhere where we are able to see it on a regular basis. When these SMART goals are set, it's important that we look at the holistic development of ourselves. Today, the world is throwing newer challenges to us every day. Managing organizations is not everybody's cup of tea, because the degrees or the certificates that we earned long ago do not help us to face the innumerable challenges we see every day in our profession. So when we are setting our goals, the SMART goals, let's look at the cognitive development that should happen in a leader. If we do not read books, we will be redundant. We will be irrelevant to the organization. Any good leader is the one who reads at least 8 to 10 books in a year. So let's list, these are the kinds of books I'm going to read this year. Next, invest in yourself by attending workshops or conferences pertaining to your own area. Now, if we look at this as an expenditure, we lose out on growing ourselves, on developing ourselves intellectually. And be a part of any organization or association which helps us stay abreast with the knowledge that's generated or the dissemination of research findings. Now, after the cognitive development, it's also important that we look at the social development of ourselves. Now, if we are islands of excellence, we do not really contribute to the society. It's important that we connect with the neighborhood organizations which are in the same field, and then let's help at least one organization per academic year to scale up itself. Now there are so many new entrants who become principals of schools. Now if I can handhold a principal, help the principal set up the procedures and the policies or scale up in academics, I am socially connecting and also ensuring that I am creating more leaders. Now after this, the emotional development part of the leader. We see that many leaders are emotionally very volatile. They react at the drop of a hat. Let's learn to respond. Emotional development is not just about being able to manage one's own emotion, but also knowing how to handle the emotions of the employees as individuals and also as groups. Now, if I as an individual or a leader should stay emotionally composed, I need to practice the techniques of calming down. So practicing meditation at least for 5 minutes a day, if I have that as one of my goal or the checklist where I practice this, at least 5 minutes a day I practice meditation, twice. So this calms us down. Playing with children or spending time with pets also can help us in staying emotionally relieved. Health is a very big issue today. We are surrounded by a lot of pollutants. Food is also adulterated. Apart from this, our lifestyle has undergone a lot of changes. So staying healthy is extremely important for leaders. So if we can have a bucket list which consists of at least 40 minutes of walking 4 times a week, going for a checkup at least twice a year, these things ensure that organizations don't suffer because of leaders who are unhealthy. Now coming back to the most important aspect, that is the social domain. We need to understand that if we do not bond with people, if we do not develop the connect with the community, we are not going to be surviving as islands of excellence. So attending conferences, inviting experts from different areas or domains into the school, attending concerts like the musical or the dance concerts, these are few of the activities which can help us develop holistically. I would only like to say that leaders in organizations are the most lonely at the top because they do not have people to talk to immediately after handling a situation. Now, let's remember that staying in our community, being with peers can help us ease our pressure and also deliver better. Last but not the least, I would only like to say that the organization is as good as its leader, and we are the ones who are emulated by all the stakeholders of our organizations, be it the teachers, students, parents or the community. So we as role models need to remember that we are the influencers. We are the ones who make an impact by our words, action and thoughts. So I would only wish each and every one of you a very, very purposeful professional development journey.